space we have. So much. On de bus now to Cambodia. Dat is het.
Get off from the bus and walk through, and then you can take to the bus.
It's impossible, right? $4 is 1 day and $6 is 2 weeks. Are you sure it's for 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
And in the bus again. Arrived in Cambodia. En een tuk-tuk. With the Ibis bus company from Ho Chi Minh, that took care of the whole border crossing process, we arrived in Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia. To get straight to the point, there is not much to do in Phnom Penh. Besides either relaxing at a hotel or partying at the hostel you stay at, it only has 2 highlights which you can do in 1 day. We are staying first at the hostel Mad Monkey, definitely for meeting other travelers and partying. But they also organized a day trip to the 2 highlights, S21 Prison and the Killing Fields.
Sit down here.
You've just entered a place of nightmares, filled with evidence of dreadful things that happened here from 1975 to 1979. I will never forget those terrible years. From our family of 9, only 4 survived. When you leave here, you will return to your normal life. But that was not true for the many thousands brought here by the Khmer Rouge. Between 12 and 20,000 people were brought here to S21. There are only 12 confirmed survivors.
And they keep them first at Sleng Prison, which they call S21 in the city, because they try to interrogate, to torture them, to find out the family. You know, if they knew the father or the mother just allegation, they might kill the children and the baby as well. You know, the whole family. 343 killing site like this. You know, 343. But this place they think that's just the biggest one because close to Phnom Penh, and most of them from intellectual people like doctor, lawyer or teacher. Dutch, you know, Kang Kik Il Adut, he's the commander of the Khmer Rouge leader. After the regime, they put him on trial, put him on court. So they asked him a lot what happened here. He said that all of the victims, when they transport them from Phnom Penh, the truck stop over there, just behind the tree over there, and then all of them, they keep them first at the dark prison, or they call the waiting room over there. They just waiting to blindfold them, tie them back, and took them to kill at the mass grave over there. They kill them by farming tool, and every family they affected. You know, every family. You know, for the population at the time, we have more than 7 million. So just in 4 years, they killed 3 million. So nearly half, you know, almost half population. So all over in Cambodia.
Prison and now these killing fields. It's really brutal what has happened here. And it's only like in 1975 to 1979. So that's quite recent. And you hear that every family has lost someone. So yeah, you do see that it's still present in their minds. If you have recovered for visiting these places and still have more days in Cambodia, you can also visit the Royal Palace, which was still closed for COVID, the National Museum to find out more about Cambodia's history, and the Golden Temple next to a pagoda, which was not really worth it. So Mad Monkey Hostel was very fun. We're even going tonight on a pub crawl with them. But in the meantime we're going to another Airbnb, which we got a good price for, I think, a very nice place.
Yeah, so food and drug stuff.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So of course the first thing we do is enter our swim pants and enjoy this pool. And there's no one here. Oh man, it's beautiful. The party was fun, but unfortunately the evening didn't end well for us. On the way back, a scooter came from behind and ripped the handbag off my girlfriend while she was holding it tightly. We have been warned about this and we were already really careful, but the sidewalks in South Asia are sometimes just blocked with obstacles and you have to walk on the street, and that's the moment when it happens. Of course we were devastated, and it took at least a week for us to walk comfortably again on the streets because we were scared by every scooter that came by from behind. Preventing it is of course the best option, and I think there are already a lot of tips for that to be found online. I would like to give you some tips for when it does happen, your trip is less influenced by this. Tip number 1. Keep your passport the most safest place possible. If you stay in a hostel and there is a locker or you are in a private room, keep your passport there. If that's not available, keep it with you. We were very happy that the passport was not in the bag, because otherwise you would need to go to an embassy, get an emergency passport and fly home. Then your trip is over. Tip number 2, keep multiple payment cards with you and don't keep them in the same wallet. Keep one in your bag, one in your handbag and one in your wallet to make sure you always have a way to get money from an ATM. Tip number 3, make sure your most used email address can be logged into without an SMS code. If you lose your phone, you're most likely gonna lose access to a lot of accounts because you need to verify them with your phone or with an SMS code or by your primary email address. Tip number 4, if you travel together, log into your Google or Apple account on the other person's device so that it is a trusted device. So when you lose your phone, you can log into your account and try to find it by Find My iPhone or Find My Device on Google. Tip number 5, if you don't use your SIM card, take your SIM card out of your phone and keep it somewhere safe. Tip number 6, write down important phone numbers, like your family or alarm number of your bank, because that's the first number you have to call when you lose your wallet to make sure your cards are getting blocked. International calls might be difficult, so make sure you have a way of contacting your bank and blocking it. You also need your account number, so write that down as well. Tip number 7, make sure your phone unlock code is not your birthday. If they take your wallet where your ID is in and they have your phone, they probably can unlock it and can access all of your information. It's not something you want. Tip number 8, I always encourage to use a password manager to keep different passwords for every account you create so that they are not the same. But I would recommend for Google or Apple accounts to make sure you can remember them so that you can log into them and make sure you can block your phone from a distance. These are the tips I have for you. I hope you have safe travels. I think Cambodia is just less safe than Vietnam where we were before or Laos where we are now. But I think you just have to be more careful when you are in this country. If you want to look on your phone, for example, you have to make sure you are far away from the street to make sure it's not getting stolen. So let's continue on with the rest of the country. Due to the rain forecast, we didn't went to the Coron Islands in the south, which is highly recommended by others. We took the bus to Siem Reap. So we arrived in Siem Reap. This is our room. It's a private room, but the bathroom is shared. The bus ride we took again the Ibis company, which was $15 per person. The cheapest one was $13 and it had bad reviews, so those $2 extra, it's not that bad. So this room is $7.50 per night. which is fine. The tuk-tuk driver offered us $15 for the whole day of driving around Angkor, so we're gonna see what they can offer us here. Long story short, it's $37 for the entrance fee for 2 days, you need that anyways. The tuk-tuk is $20 per day, for a scooter it's $12 and $7 for a bicycle. You can have a private tour guide for $40 per day or $12 to join a big group with a tour guide. We have our tickets and now it's on the way to the first point. We ended up choosing for the scooter, which is $12 for a full day, so 2 times $12 for 2 days. And we used an app called Smart Guide to actually guide us around. This is our beautiful scooter. Ah well, it does the job. As you can see on the app, it's simply just going to the next location. You press on it, you click explore, and then you get a nice story about this site or about this temple. So it works pretty well. This temple is made fully out of sandstone and was actually quite new, but after a lightning strike they stopped building it, so it's also unfinished. So that's why you don't see any signs on the walls that you have seen on the other temples. So I think this is the last beautiful temple we're going to visit, because we're really looking forward to the pool because it's very hot. This is our hotel-ish. It was $11. It included breakfast as well. It was the cheapest option. It was even cheaper getting 2 beds than 1 bed. And that's because the room is next to a park, which you can probably hear. So it's gonna be a lot of noise this evening. We have seen enough temples, it was very nice to see them. I was really impressed by all the structures they've built during that time. A lot of stones have been moved with, I think, not so many tools, so really impressive. This is the last day actually of Cambodia for us, because tomorrow we're getting our van to Laos. We booked a bus ride to Laos, done that. We already knew it was going to be a long day of different transportations. First a tuk-tuk, then a bus, then across the border. But the last negative thing we experienced of Cambodia was at the border. The bus driver first drove us to the border, but then started looking for someone, that guy. He tried to scam us. I recorded part of the conversation.
From Siem Reap, from Cambodia, anywhere, when you come to the border, we need to process this kind of process. It's not yours. That's not like your choice, I understand. Okay guys, are you happy to listen and process it now? We don't have much time. So you pay the money, you give the passport, deal. Yes? To pass the border. You need to get the company with the license, with the tour guide. You have tour guide coming? No. So please respect what we are talking, what we are saying. We are not overcharged from you.
But you know that it's $40 for a
You try too much with me, I think you just
You try with us, I mean.
No, we are working, we need to beat you this kind of process for tourists.
So everybody's protesting now because the guy was trying to charge us like $55 for the border crossing, which is $15 more than we know. So everyone is just now walking by themselves, and hopefully the transport is waiting at us at the other side of the border, otherwise we have another problem. So that was the Cambodia border. It was $2 for service fee. I tried to negotiate, but they didn't accept that. They were actually laughing at me. So yeah, that cost $2, and now we're going to the Laos border and see if we can just get in with $40. And there was the border crossing. We just paid $40, but you have to pay like 2 times $2 for stamping out and stamping in. It's like an extra fee they're charging. But yeah. So in the end we didn't got scammed. That's a good thing. So this is our next ride, transportation number 3. It looks quite good. So we got dropped off here, and now we're going on a boat.